Jeffrey sent me a picture, which I will show you all. But I was actually on my way out here anyway. But as you can see, he's in the green beans, and he is picking our first batch of fresh green beans from the garden. And these are the Kentucky Wonder. These are Kentucky Wonder. And we're still waiting on the pole beans to start blooming. We harvested cabbage and a few onions the other day. And the green beans are finally coming in. And you see all the blooms on the green beans as well. Nothing like fresh green beans. Jeffrey and I were out here yesterday. We picked half a bushel of green beans. I took some home, snapped them. I put mine in the freezer. Daddy took some. I helped him snap his. And Jeffrey snapped some of what he kept. And he said he had 2 freezer gallon bags in the freezer. And we also gave some to a neighbor. We'll probably be picking again within the next few days, but you can see, well, I don't know if you can tell with this camera view or not, but we have a lot of blooms, and probably the next 2 to 3 days we'll be picking again. But I'm gonna go over and look at the rest of the garden. I'm pulling up weeds along the border of the pepper plants. And look at this nice little mess of mustard greens. I'm going to pull those and stir fry those. Jeffrey's going through the garden spraying neem oil on the plants and the vegetables. We're out here this evening. It's a pretty low-key day. Sun's starting to go in. Sorry if there's a glare on this shot. I've basically just been pulling weeds. We finished putting stakes around the cages. I had to go get some more stakes. He put cages on the cucumbers, and the plants I'm showing you right now are cucumber, squash, and zucchini. But we put a few more stakes on the pole beans to make the fencing a little tighter so it wouldn't be so flexible, giving them somewhere to climb. And he also put cages and stakes around the cucumbers way on this side. I see a big weed I missed here. I'm gonna pull that up. Get that out of there. But like I said, it's been a pretty low-key evening. Just a little maintenance. I haven't pulled up all the weeds. I hit and miss on certain spots. And I also trimmed a few more of the tomatoes. Jeffrey told me, hold up. He said I may be trimming them a little too much, but I was only concentrating on the areas where I saw the suckers, especially when they're starting to bloom. Those are the mustard greens I picked a few minutes ago. I'm gonna stir fry those. They came up involuntarily by our peppers. Okra is looking really, really good. There's a few spots where the okra didn't come up, but as you all can see, where you see the mulch, those are our okra plants. I'm gonna go over here to the tomatoes because Jeffrey told me I had some blooms, or I had some tomatoes. And I wanna show you all the tomatoes. Let's see, which plant did I see those on? Oh, here we go. Have some tomatoes here. That's exciting. Mosquitoes, as usual, will not leave me alone. Keep attacking my face. But I was trimming them up a little more, and Jeffrey's like, I kind of take it easy right now, so I'll hold back on trimming anymore, or pruning. We cut cabbage the other day, as you all saw. I got a head, Daddy got a head, and Jeffrey cut a head for a neighbor. And it looks like he cut another head, so maybe he cut a head for himself. And I pulled up 2 onions. I'm not going to pull up any more because they weren't as big as I thought they were going to be. Plus, we like the tomatoes. We like the onions to get the July sun. So they're really firing hot. And eat an onion if you have a really bad cold. Onion works wonders. Mama said growing up, my grandmother, her mother used to make some kind of onion paste and put on their chest when they had a really bad cold. And those are potato blooms. So that lets us know that potatoes are in the ground. Jeffrey's treated it. You can see this weed here. Something's eating the weed, but it's not getting to the potato plant, which is good. I guess that's why he left the weed there. It's like if they're going to eat the weed, let them eat the weed. Some more blooms. This is an exciting time in the garden because things are starting to come in, starting to produce. It's an exciting time as well as a very busy time. Anybody that has a garden knows that when things start coming in, you can't hardly keep up with it, whether you're freezing it, cooking it, canning it. But growing up, Daddy said that's the way his family survived. They ate off of the land. And he said a lot of people had hogs instead of cows because they didn't have an ice box, a refrigerator. He said the hog meat, they could put in a smokehouse and preserve it. But he said, you know, growing up, he would go down to Kentucky and help his grandmother and his aunts and uncles farm the land, can and preserve the food. And that's what they ate off of during the winter. But like I said, Jeffrey's going around and he's spraying the neem oil. I'll take you all through and let you see the apple tree again. See what we have on the apple tree. It's been a while since I've looked at that. Look at this massive, massive turnip green. Let's see. This is a turnip green in between these weeds and poke salad. Look at all the apples. Jeffrey pointed out to me that potatoes are coming up in our compost pile. Everything wants to grow. How much this cucumber plant has blossomed. And it's vining out of the cage. I'm not gonna touch it. I made a mistake a few years ago of touching them and putting them back in the cage, and I killed a lot of them. So I'm not gonna do that again. And some people say it doesn't matter, but from my experience, when you do touch them when they're starting to grow like this, it will stunt their growth or kill them. I'm picking up this weed out of this landscaping fabric. but they're looking good, looking really good. I'll come back through and pull those weeds, put some more mulch around them too. But they're looking really healthy, very healthy. And these are the eggplant. They're looking good as well. Since I've been out here, we've gotten a little rain, and it's really starting to get warm. It's really warm today. There's a nice breeze right now, but it is warm. And see how well these squash and zucchini plants have really jumped. All of those are squash and zucchini. This is an okra plant. Looks like something is eating that. Jeffrey will probably treat that with something. I know the other day he was spraying, I think it was neem oil. Something's getting this one too. Look at that big old hole in that one. But he'll come out later this evening and treat it with something. He rotates what he decides to use. It's funny how the inset damages on. Oh, look at that. That's a turnip green. There's another turnip green, and there's another one there. I'll probably come back through here this evening before I leave the garden and pull that up and stir fry it. I know that's what I did the other day. And it's like I've stated in other videos, I kind of like the stir-fried greens a little better than the boiled greens. Daddy said he kind of is along with me on that line. He said, I think I like these better stir-fried. Give you a look at these tomatoes. Everything is looking really good in the garden. Everything looks healthy. We have a little insect damage on the okra, but Jeffrey will treat that. But I must say, all our tomato plants are looking really good. Looks like I'm gonna have to prune a little bit. I was doing it the other day and Jeffrey's like, take it easy. But I see where some of them are kind of drooping a little bit, weighed down by some of the branches that are suckers. If you hear blowing or something, it's me blowing these little nets out of my face. When I drove past the patch of green beans earlier, I saw from the street where one of the plants was just loaded with green beans. We haven't had success with green beans. I can honestly say it's probably been a good 5 to 6 years. So we are pleasantly surprised. We planted this in a new spot, and we are really, really gonna reap a harvest this year. And that is so nice, because we had been struggling, like I said, the past few years. I mean, look at this plant. Can you all see? I'm trying to get you an angle where you can see all the green beans on that plant. And over here, all the green beans on that plant. I'm gonna get started. I picked a bushel of green beans, and Jeffrey is finishing up. He has probably half of a row to finish, and then we'll be finished. And this is just 4 days later. We picked a half a bushel 4 days ago, so the green beans are really thriving this year. Jeffrey's gonna finish up. He's probably got half of a row. He's doing 2 rows together. I stopped probably midway. The green beans are really producing this year. It's been a wonderful year for us with green beans. Long time coming. A long time coming. But thank you all for tuning in to our channel today. Jeffrey's, these bugs, is also watering the green beans. It's about 3:30 in the evening, going on 4 o'clock. He waters late in the evening and turns it off about 7 to let the foliage dry to keep from getting diseased. But we thank you all for tuning into our channel, Siblings A and J Gardening. You all stay safe and be blessed. Please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you all are having success with your garden this year as well. And what a blessing Mother Nature has been. This is the first time we've had to water this garden, and we're in June already. It's truly a blessing. And this is what Jeffrey picked. This right here is what I picked. Daddy already has 2 bags out. It was a full bushel. And then this is what Jeffrey picked. It's a little less than a half a bushel. These are my beans I snapped. We gave neighbors beans. Daddy took beans. Jeffrey took beans. And this is what I have.